Adam, after what was a difficult year last year with the concussions and everything, how pleased are you to get to this stage of the season and you've had such a run of games and got so much football under your belt?
Yeah, buzzing to be honest, because especially the way it started, playing the Bolton game, then missing a couple, I was thinking, oh, it's going to be the same again, but then luckily, touch all the wood in the world, stayed fit and just kept churning them out recently. Yeah, really happy.
And the fact that it's, I know you didn't play on Tuesday, but mainly you've had 3 game weeks and you've been getting through them as well. I guess that's a real positive as a footballer as well to get that.
No, definitely. I think once you get maybe 5 or 6 games in, it's just like a rhythm and a routine. You just sort of get used to it and it's good to get that rhythm. Whereas, like you say, last year I didn't really get it, so just getting it off the bat, hopefully it stands me in good stead for the rest of the season.
And do you feel it's made your performances better because you've had that rhythm?
Yeah, I think it's just more games you play, you just get more match fit, don't you, more match sharp. Especially it helps obviously when the lads are playing well around us, and yeah, hopefully the performance has been alright.
Now, centre half is the most built up position in terms of players and people who can play there. What's that like, having that competition? It's
good. Obviously you're always worried that I could be in, could be out, but it's good out there because obviously we're all pushing each other. We did a bit of defending stuff today when everyone's obviously showing what we can do, and yeah, it gives the manager a hard decision.
Yeah, because there are so many quality players, isn't it? It's not like you've got a couple of the younger players who are trying to step in. There's 5, 6 experienced pros you've got.
Yeah, no, it's, like you say, it's really good. And then if there is a suspension like Paulie a few weeks ago or an injury or whatever, you know it's not going to weaken the team. It's just as good as it was. So that's really good for the lads.
And have you known that at another club where you've had so much competition for centre half?
Not for this many players, no. I've had it before where there's been like 3 or 4, maybe vying for 2 or 3, but not this many. Like you say, probably 5 or 6 where I could easily play there.
And do you have to try and keep each other's spirits up if you're not getting that run of games in the team, and you might find yourself a bit like TJ did earlier this season when he's on the bench or not in the matchday squad to go, look, you will get your chance?
I think the lads know that because there's so many games. We were just talking about it there. You're getting over 50 games in the season, you're going to get your chance, and then it's down to you to take it. But we all get on so well. I know you're always fighting for your place, but as the defenders, we all get on really well. So it's obviously, like you say, you've got to do it for yourself, but then if your mate's down, you always try and pick him up.
And on TJ, since he's come into the team under the new head coach, he seems like he's almost had a resurgence and he's back to his best. Have you noticed that as a fellow teammate alongside him, that he seems to be, you know, he's stepped up another gear?
Yeah, I think he's been brilliant. A bit signs of maybe the first season, I know he's playing right back, but just a bit more confidence in himself. And I've always said he's probably one of the best 1v1 defenders at the club. So just to show that on the outside of the pitch, and then he's comfortable on the ball, it suits him perfectly. And
it seems like as well, when you watch him, he's becoming more of a leader on the pitch. And I know we've talked to the previous head coaches about the fact that they see that on a day-to-day basis. Do you find that as well?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think I was talking about the back 5 or 6 there. I think a lot of the lads in that position, I don't know if it's just natural because we can see the game. Even Mitchie, for such a young lad, he's a good speaker, he's a good leader. So I think hopefully all 5 or 6 of us have got that.
And Reading this weekend, on paper, you look at the team bottom of the table, you should be getting the victory, but or near the bottom of the table. But I guess you don't see it that way.
Yeah, no, every game in this league's hard. Anyone, as you say, every week someone always beats someone who you don't expect. So, and the size of the club and that, we know they've got some really good players. So we'll be doing the usual analysis stuff, and hopefully we can find a plan to win. And
it's a great festive period when you look at the games and the different opposition in terms of strength of opposition you're going to face.
Yeah, like I said there, anyone can be anyone, but when you look as well, then you go Derby Bolton after that, it's always going to be tough because they're top 4 or 5, aren't they? But we'll just take each game as it comes, I think. I'll just focus on Reading at the minute.
And are you going to find it strange after the weekend because it's such a change in terms of when you're playing and what days it's going to be on and everything? Is that going to be hard to adjust?
Yeah, possibly because you get to choose a night and you sort of think it should be a game, and then you're like, yeah, maybe Thursday. But I think the way the gaffers planned it with their coming in and training, that should be alright. It should just be like normal build-up, hopefully.